Okay, hello. Just doing this as a bit of a test. Some gear I've put together over the last few months. It's a Canon 5D Mark II. It's the camera I'm using with I think it's a 22mm, I think, lens. I'm not too sure on that, but it's seems to be doing the trick anyway. What I'm trying to do here is it's all live mix, one shot, so it's going to be pretty rough around the edges, using music tracks that I've created over the last few years. This one that's playing in the background at the moment is probably the last one I did on a Mac. I've got another shorter one which I'll just play a little bit of before it runs out. Okay, so basically most of the music I've got on this setup at the moment with this particular track is stuff I recorded on a MacBook. Since then I've built a computer to run on Linux, which is what I'm doing all of the sound work on now, using software called Ardour. The operating system currently is Ubuntu 10.4, it's 64-bit. The video itself's been edited in Cinelerra, which along with Ardour and pretty much all the software I'm using is free open source Linux software. I am using a MacBook to control the camera at the moment, so I can turn it off and on remotely. That's this little thing here. Yeah, so I was playing around with Macs for a bit with music before I got into Linux. Did a few different sort of things. More recently I've managed to get the Linux stuff working. This is another test track that I did, or was the first really test track to see how viable I could get Linux working. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm using a drum machine which is also free Linux software called Hydrogen. Yeah, that's interesting. I do have to sync up the sound with the pictures later on. I don't quite know how that's going to go because I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, so what are we using here? Using the Canon 5D Mark II camera, a Rode K2 microphone, that's what's in front of me at the moment. Doing the mixing and automation with a MIDI controller by it's either Behringer or Behringer, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, BCF 2000. That's controlling the Linux software I'm using, which is Ardour. I'll be editing that later on with Cinelerra. Well, by the time you're watching it, it's already been edited. And then I'll try and upload it to the internet, which if you're watching it now, it's probably been successful. Okay, let's see how we get on with this. it's the first time I've really tried playing with the automation using the MIDI controller. The only thing I'll play with sound-wise afterwards is the voice to see that the level matches in, but all of the rest of the tunes in the background, I'll leave the mix as they are, because really all I'm trying to do here is it's a bit of an experiment to see how it works, so I think it's hopefully not going to be too bad. If it works, I'll put some other stuff together at a later date.